Hey guys, welcome back. Brand new Amico video for you today. First of all though, we're allowed out at last. Hurrah! So I hope you've all, if you're in the UK, you've been outside today and you've actually had a chance to have a walk around and enjoy the sun, because it's an absolutely beautiful day. Went out for a little bit of a drive earlier. Fantastic. I washed the car, took the car out to dry it off. Saw loads of people walking around, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I hope you've been enjoying the freedom. So anyway, yeah, we want to talk about the Amico. Reason for that is because on Friday last week, Tommy and his team stopped off at Frisco, Texas, at the Video Game Museum. And they were going to Lubbock in Texas because they were going to do a video game live show on Saturday. So they stopped off on Friday at the museum in Frisco. The idea being that a few YouTubers were going to go down there and try out the machine and play some games and give their feedback and let us all know what they think of it. But because it's a public museum, members of the public were there too, so they got to play the system without any knowledge of what an Amico is. So they were completely blind, and it was really cool to see that. Now, two YouTubers that I watched, my good friend Cyrus Martin and also Brett Weiss, both live down in Texas. So they went over to the event and they put some videos up over the weekend. And I really just want to talk about those videos because there was some really cool footage in these videos. So Brett Weiss, first of all, put up a video featuring Stuttering Craig, or Stuttering Craig as we call him over here. You may remember him from back in the day from Screw Attack on game trailers. I used to watch game trailers every day before YouTube, and that was my main source of information for video games. So it was really cool when he started his channel up a few months back now, I think it was like last year sometime. But he was there with his family, and Brett was interviewing him while he was playing Astro Smash, which by the way looks absolutely fantastic on the TV. I much prefer to see the TV footage when it's filmed than I do captured footage, and that goes for everything really. I just think it looks better, you get more of an idea of what it's going to look like. But yeah, he seemed really impressed with the controller. He likened it to an NES pad because obviously you can hold it on its side with a disc as a D-pad. He seemed quite impressed with it actually. The screen was responsive, the disc was really good as a D-pad, and him and his family seemed to be having a great time playing Astro Smash. Brett also put up a video of a random family playing Shark. Now this is a game I still don't really understand. People have explained it to me, so I've got a basic idea of what you're supposed to do. But I think when I get the machine, because it's one of the packing games, it's going to be a lot better to just be able to sit down and play it and work it out. But from what I can gather, you've got fish, and you eat other fish or other creatures, and your fish gets larger. And the more larger it gets, it becomes a target for the shark, and you have to avoid. And apparently, I think you can get around the back of the shark and grab it by its tail. And there's a pelican that comes down that you see in the video and eats the fish as well. And you've all got to work together. The family was all playing together, and the mother was kicking all the family's arse on the game, which was really funny. And there's also oyster shells as well, where you get little bonuses. I'm not sure what they're for yet. So yeah, it looked really, really cool. I thought graphically, the one thing I love about Amico games is they're so bright and colourful. And Shark is definitely that. And the soundtrack, you can just about hear the music in the background. Really, really chilled out and really, really nice. So yeah, very impressed with that. I'm glad Brett put those two videos up. Brett then put up a video of Cyrus and Tommy playing skiing, which is also a packing game with the Amico, which every time I see it is just getting better. It looks absolutely fantastic, to be quite honest. And I spoke to Cyrus over the weekend, and he was telling me about the D-pad or the disc, and he was saying how when you can't really get the idea of it until you play the game, but the idea of skiing is that you hold it, like you push it down in the middle, and you can sort of wobble it like that left and, well, not wobble it, but you know what I mean? But move your thumb left and right, and it's sort of, you know, so it moves the skier like that, left and right as well as you're going through the slalom. And I thought that's really sweet. I'm really looking forward to trying that disc out because Si seems to be really impressed with that. He thought it was really, really good. And yeah, it is absolutely a controller that once you get it in your hands, we'll know what we think of it, because at the moment, it's all speculation. We just have to listen to other people tell us. But the positive feedback that we've had over the weekend has been fantastic. As I say, I spoke to Cyrus. Brett hasn't put his video up yet about his thoughts, so I'm looking forward to that one. There's also Relic Gamer's going to be putting up a video because he went down to the video game lives on Saturday. So he was going to check out the system on Saturday. So he's putting his video up. There was a couple of guys from the Amico community in Brett's video as well in the comments that replied to me. One being Grudge Q, and another guy, Leonard, always around the community. And they were giving me their feedback because they were there as well, and they were really impressed with the controller. Grudge was saying how the controller's really well made, the console's well made, and these are only dev kits, these weren't even the finished product, so that's a good thing to know. And he said the controller really, really solid, the buttons and feel really good, the screen itself is really responsive, which is fantastic. And I was, you know, when I was watching Cyrus's video, Cyrus put out two videos, a short one where it was just really him going to the event, meeting Tommy and showing a couple of games and giving a good close-up on the controller, which was nice. But then he also put up a longer 45-minute video where he really went into depth about what he thought about the system. So I'm going to put links in the description for Brett Wise's channel, Cyrus's channel, and just check out the videos for yourself and see what you think. But the thing I liked about Cyrus's first video is we got to see some of the games I've been looking forward to, and it was great to see him on the TV. And one in particular, Moon Patrol. It's only a short clip, but Moon Patrol looks really, really nice on the TV. I've been playing that game for about, I don't know, it's got to be about a year now, maybe less, I'm not sure. It's been a long time I've been playing that first level demo that they put out on the Amico Club app. I absolutely love that game. It's fantastic. One level just hooked me completely. So seeing it on a massive TV, I don't know how big that TV is, but it looks absolutely beautiful. Really, really nice. I can't wait to have that on the big, you know, I've got a 55 inch, so having it on the big telly with the sound bar, banging the music out, because the music's so cool. That's going to be brilliant. Another game we got to see, which is Cyrus filmed as well, is one we haven't seen anything of so far. We just knew it was coming out. It's a game called Rigid Force Redux Enhanced. Now, it's a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up based on, well, like an homage to R-Type and those kind of games. And you get like an orb like Gradius as well. Now, it's really interesting that Cyrus telling me they said last year when they announced this game, because it is available on other platforms, but it's also twice the price of the Amico version. They said that it was going to have multiplayer on the Amico. So I was like, well, how do you do multiplayer on a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So Cy was telling me over the weekend that basically what they do is the orb itself is invincible. So if you're playing, say you've got little kids and they want to join in and play the game with you, so you're playing like as you play any normal side-scrolling shoot-'em-up, but they can control the orb with their controller, and as it's invincible, they can just blast everything and help you out. But they can also, apparently, if there's things on the screen like power-ups, for example, that are in spots of the screen where you can't get your ship to, they can go over there and grab them for you, and you can work together as a team. That's really smart. I like that idea a lot. I think that's really good for like non-gamers and for small children if they want to just jump in, because obviously Rigid Force is like a traditional game, if you want to put it that way. And visually it looks absolutely fantastic on the screen. I thought it looked really good on the TV. Very excited to play that. I'm not going to play it before then on a different system. I don't even know if it's on PlayStation. I assume it is. I know it's on Switch, but I'm just going to wait because, you know, it's half the price and it's another game to buy for the Amico, so why not? Another game that Cy had in his video was Dynablaster or Bomberman. Apparently, I think it's in Germany. I'm not sure if it's the whole of Europe or it's just, well, it's not, because it's not. We're in Europe and it's not called Dynablaster, it's called Bomberman. But yeah, looks really good. We saw a very, very small clip of that in a montage of games last year, and we've seen nothing since. So I assumed that they were still working on it and they hadn't got anything to show. But it was at the show on Friday, and Cy shows himself playing the game, and it looks great. It's an interesting angle as well, because it's not the usual, like, with Bomberman it's usually just flat and it like you're looking directly at the characters as they're walking around the grid. This is sort of tilted a little bit and it's all 3D and the characters are really big. But yeah, graphically it looks great. I mean, it's Bomberman. How can you really go wrong with that? So looking forward to playing that one a lot. He also had all the other games like Astro Smash in his video as well. But overall, I was really impressed with what we saw on Friday. And more importantly, is, you know, I talked to Cyrus over the weekend and he put videos out and he went onto John Retrobro's channel when he was doing a stream and talked about his experiences. And he was really impressed with the controller. He said the hardware looks really good. He said even though it's not finished plastics, this is just the dev kit, it still looks really nice. And if you look in the video, it does look really good. So the finished product, I can't wait to see what that looks like when it comes out. And he was telling me that the console and the controller are a lot smaller than you think they are, judging by the videos. He was saying that the console is about the size of a Mega Drive Genesis 2-ish, around there, somewhere between that and an N64. So I think he said it was a little bit smaller than an N64, which really surprised me. I didn't think the console was that small. So that's really cool to know, because, you know, it'd be easier to fit into the system by the TV. The controllers are also a lot smaller. Apparently they fit perfectly in the hand. They're really comfortable. He was saying that the screen is really responsive. The buttons are really good. They've got a good feel to them. It feels really sturdy. The disc is the thing that Cyrus keeps going on about, how great that is. And that's something we're all going to experience when we finally get our Amico console. So very much looking forward to that. I know when you look at some of the footage as well, you can see the screen itself. Everybody obviously is like a bit cautious because it's a touch screen and it's like, oh, is it going to be any good? But when you're watching playing Rigid Force Redux, apparently you can have auto fire if you want to, but if you don't, you just basically, the screen is just one massive button for firing, so you just tap the screen and it's super responsive. You can see that in the video. So yeah, very excited. It's, you know, I'm excited for the console anyway. There's a lot of games I want to play on the Amico, and the more I see, the better it gets, and the more excited I get. And it was really just great to see this event and to see YouTubers that I respect going out there, checking it out for themselves, playing the machine, and giving us feedback and being honest about what they thought as well. So I'm looking forward to Brett Weiss's video. I'm looking forward to Reddit Gamers' video. As I say, guys, I'm going to put links down below for everything as well. So go down there, check out their channels, check out the videos, see what you think for yourself. And I've got a question as well, guys, for everybody in the UK. If anyone at all, if any of you guys are interested in the Amico to the level, probably not as much as I am, but if you're following the system and you really have an interest in it, would any of you want to do a podcast? I'm just wondering about that. If we could do like a UK podcast, and obviously we can have any of the American guys and Canadian guys join us as well at any time if they're available. Because of the time difference, I'm not always able to go on Amico All Access, unfortunately. I want to, but it's you know, 1 o'clock in the morning. It's not always easy for me to do that. Just an idea. If not, fair enough. But let me know below if you're interested. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on those videos and the footage, and you know, your overall thoughts of the Amico as well. Are you interested in the system? And if so, what games are you interested in? Thanks, guys. See you next time.